to the podcast. I hope we're centered.
Yes, we're filming
like
on Carmen's iPhone this time around because we did do this once before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we thought the quality was pretty similar. Again, it is a 2024 resolution that we'll figure out audio.
We will figure out audio. And max volume, actually, I have accidentally ignored an email from him saying,
really?
When can I come to Bath and sort this out with you guys? And I'm like, I have to talk to Kayleigh. I haven't done that yet. So, Max, I promise, we'll get back to you and we'll do that. Enough babbling about...
Zena's here too, sorry. I don't know if you can see
So-
her, but she has decided that she wants to be on the podcast too.
Yeah, we got a small dog here today.
Peaches might join us as well. So we've got Susan again.
Hi. Oh, can't see you with my glasses. Hi.
I mean, you don't actually need to see them.
That's true, but I can't see. That's the problem. Can't see anything. Can't see them. Can't see anything. Anyway.
Yes.
Just
so
about finishing. So
we are. Yeah, Susan wants to finish her sweater on camera.
Yes.
So
last
she's
stitch.
just gonna do that. Oh, that's your actual last stitch.
It is.
Oh,
Yay.
There you go.
yay! Did you bring scissors over here?
No.
Oh, Susan.
Oh no, Susan. There's a
There's like snips
Corkscrew.
right there. Do you want me to
Can you
grab
see
them?
these snips?
Yeah.
Oh, I have
some
my snips.
Oh, my snips.
Hang
My
on.
crazy snips.
There are some tiny little snips.
They were
there.
my snips, and then I found them on the
And
floor
then
in
I'm
the
gonna-
shop,
I'm
and I
gonna
thought
check
those are my
them.
snips.
Yeah.
Not the
They do
sharpest ones in the drawer. I'm collecting scissors. That's my other hobby. I think it's so cool. Anyway,
let's pull that through.
Let's pull that through. We're done.
and then we're done.
We're done in the bath tonight. And
But we'll talk
blocking.
about this in a moment.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. I'll get out of the
We
way.
first want to say welcome to the podcast.
Yes, welcome.
For people who don't know us,
Yeah.
is this actually a new season or not?
No, we're still in season 2 technically.
Okay, season 2, but it is a new year.
Yes, it's
And
2024.
we took a 1 week longer than we normally would.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks. I think.
Yeah.
Since
So,
last.
we're all coming back from
Right.
a Christmas break.
Christmas
So,
break.
for those of you who don't know, we're a yarn story named after Carmen's shop, A Yarn Story.
Yes.
We're very creative about our podcast names.
Keep it simple.
Yep. You want to be able to find the shop that we're talking about. You know?
do.
So,
We also, we're really big fans of like doing what we say on the tin.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we typically talk about wine, yarn, patterns that we like, as well as anything else that floats into our mind
Yes.
on the day.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of are here to keep you company while you knit.
Yes, that's very much what we're here to do.
So we've got a lot of stuff in store for you today, but we'll start as usual with our wine.
With our wine, we'll also explain that we're not in our usual location.
Yeah.
So we're usually filming in the shop, but we are actually in Cornwall at the moment. We are having a mini team retreat before we head back into the full year and the swing of things, and the shop opens next week. And we're at Susan's house actually, lovely home here in Cornwall.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, nice to have you. Nice to have you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
be
us.
here.
It's very late, but that's why we're in a very different setting.
Extra
Yes.
time.
You guys all have knitting that you
Privacy.
can actually do while.
Well, you
we're
could.
doing
Oh
this.
no.
No, I
Karen,
cannot do
yeah,
mine
'cause
while.
you-
No,
Yeah.
it's too complicated.
But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Right?
So let's drink some wine first.
Let's drink some wine.
Kayleigh's in
Okay.
charge of that.
Kayleigh's in charge
Yeah.
of the wine.
Yeah.
I prepared it for us so that I didn't
Earlier.
cut
So
my
she got
finger
open,
open
so
when
she-
I did this. Because the last bottle of wine I opened, it didn't like the fact that I was trying to go through the label, so I actually
Yeah, I
took
don't
the
know
label
why
off.
you do that.
Well, because it's easier and I'm lazy.
You know what I accidentally did at Christmas? So we opened a bottle of champagne at my cousin's, and it was actually a bottle of champagne that my little cousin had been gifted for her 18th birthday.
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
Like a rosé Moet, and she doesn't really drink champagne, so she was like, "Well, you guys can have it at Christmas, it's fine." But my cousin, he had like peeled off the foil really carefully, and I watched him do it, and I thought, that's really, why is he being so fussy about the foil? And then anyways, we toasted, and I was standing next to the foil and the cork, and I just crumpled it because that's like habit. And then all of a sudden I was like, there was a reason he did that. And then I like sat there and like meticulously like
keep it. Oh no.
and I was like, I'm
That's
so
birthday
sorry.
bottle. God.
Like I just clocked why you did that. And I was like, he's like, Dora. I was like, no, I know this is important.
Yeah.
Ironing it
You're
out.
gonna go in a scrapbook or something, or
like,
hang up somewhere.
Oh,
Because I usually keep the cork,
Right,
not
exactly.
the
The
foil.
label.
yeah,
But
it's just
yeah.
the foil's easier to put in a book or something, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I guess so.
Exactly.
Technically.
Anywho,
So tonight we are drinking something from Susan's husband Matthew's
Fridge.
wine fridge.
we have cleared it with him.
Yes,
Yes,
we have.
yes.
We gave him a ring and made sure that we could actually drink it.
No, not
yeah.
that precious. It's just nice, something
Yep.
nice. You did
so
give us full access,
yes.
actually.
And so how would you pronounce
be
this
fair.
as our French speaker?
Oh yeah.
Demoiselle?
La Demoiselle.
La Demoiselle?
La Demoiselle.
Yep. So this is La Demoiselle. It is a Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire region. Loire. That's my that's my Rhode Island accent coming through.
Okay, you're French, yes,
Yeah.
very good.
And it says, with vines planted on steep clay and flint soils, this beautiful La Demoiselle Sancerre Blanc exudes its powerful gun flint personality.
Gunflint.
I feel like it's gonna be like explosive.
So we like a bit of flint.
Yeah.
Flinty, earthy.
Flinty, earthy. We like to taste the minerals in our wine.
We do.
Farmed organically and biodynamically.
We
Biodynamic.
love biodynamic
Love
wine.
wine. Yeah,
I was saying
absolutely.
to Carmen when we first read
Feels
this,
healthy.
It's from the earth.
she said, we love a biodynamic wine, and I said, yeah, we love our mistresses. And what I meant is our priestesses. So if you haven't read up on biodynamic wine making, a lot of it has to do with like the moon cycles and how you plant the vines in the direction of certain.
I feel like we should have
things.
Leo on
Yeah.
as a guest to talk about
Special
this.
fertilizers of cow's horn.
Yep, exactly. And
But
you
we have a friend who did a
PhD
PhD
in this.
on this topic.
Yeah.
And he knows his
Biodynamic farming.
And it's-
Strawberries, but he has worked with the vineyard. So.
And it's one of these things where, like, if you're not, like, if you're into mysticism and all of that kind of stuff, like, cool, like, I am too. I love my astrology. I love this kind of shit. Like, I'm going for it.
I did tell Susan she's got to get on CoStar this weekend.
If you're, oh, good. But if you're like Sam, who is like, I am science man, and that cannot be possibly scientific. The thing is that anybody who is biodynamic is going to care so much about their vines and how they plant it and how they treat them. So in the very least, you know you're getting a good product in the sense that they really care about what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they're going to like read up on it.
It's a huge commitment.
Yeah,
It
it is a
biodynamic
huge
wine.
commitment.
And it's, it's been the phases of the moon. I mean, the planting and the Germans and the Austrians were doing it forever.
Yeah.
And when to plant, when not to plant.
So,
Oh, wow.
That smells so nice.
it's going to be actually
Matthew.
a lovely,
Cheers.
I think it's going to be a really lovely wine too with the kind of salt air that we have around
And the seafood we might have later.
We might eventually eat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's lovely. I mean, it tastes like the smell of the sea with a bit of lemon in it.
That's really nice.
Isn't that nice?
That's
It's really fresh.
Nice.
I wouldn't even say it's crisp. It's actually
No,
just
it's not
fresh.
crisp, it's fresh.
I don't agree with the rating.
Yeah.
Check. No.
What was that on Vivino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the rating?
3.8.
But these are community reviews, right?
Are they? Okay. Well,
So it's not necessarily.
But you guys can go add them and then,
I get a 5.
yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It's got lots of layers and taste and
Yeah, it's got a bit of butter in it as well.
yummy. Yeah, buttery, yummy.
That's
It'd be really good with
very
lobster, actually.
drinkable.
Well, we could arrange it.
Yeah, but isn't this the only bottle we have?
We are
Yeah.
both see. Oh yeah, that is the last bottle.
We have to get another bottle and the lobster.
Where will we get one?
Yeah, we can get the lobster.
lobster's no problem.
The wine is the other problem.
We just have to hide it somewhere. For the non-fish loving.
Oh.
It does stink. Lobster does
Yeah,
smell.
Yeah,
lobster's
but
nice,
it is
though.
Yeah,
delicious.
it's
I love that
but,
being this close to the
but
sea.
there is
being
an
able
hour
to,
in the
like,
month though. January.
It's Is that when we're not
Something
supposed to eat?
I don't know. Supposed to
I
or
think
not?
that's oysters.
Supposed to eat or not supposed to
Not
eat?
supposed to eat.
Oh,
I think.
right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I did read
I
that
don't
was
know.
actual BS.
Oh, okay.
I think that's only when you're in the wild, like picking them off the rocks, maybe.
Yeah, but
and
we
you've
are
got
picking
red
them
tide.
off the rocks, aren't we?
When there's no red tide.
Yeah,
no,
there's
there isn't.
nothing
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true.
That's a West Coast
That
thing.
was
anyway.
that was a big problem in the
That was
West
a big
Coast.
problem.
Yeah.
That's many years ago. Anyway, I digress. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, maybe if we stay another day.
Yep. Anyway, so we've
As we
already
dream
started.
about food.
And wine.
And
There's
wine.
tangents.
Yeah.
But yeah, lovely bottle of wine.
This is very
when we
nice.
put it into
Very nice,
Vivino, it said they couldn't figure out where you could buy it. So good luck, everyone, in trying to find it.
If we'll ask Matthew maybe where he bought it. We can put a link.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
If
put a
we-
link. He'll know. He will know. Definitely will know. So that's
I
fine.
just really like the smell.
I like the smell.
It's so nice.
And it's, even though it's
It's
white,
just really fresh.
I mean, you think summer, but also just hold up out of the rain and
Yeah.
the flooding and the wind. It's just really
It's beautiful.
we did
kinda
walk
cozy,
through some very
kinda
big
cozy.
puddles today.
kind of cozy wine, even though it's not red.
Yeah, so for those of you not in the UK, and this will probably tell you about when we're filming it, we have had like 2 huge storms, which are basically like the same kind of storm system as a hurricane or a tropical storm, but it's like in the winter and in England, so like it's also not that severe, but because it's England also.
But it's an island.
Yeah, it goes quickly over you, piles down a ton of rain, high winds.
Yeah.
Basically like a hurricane, but
Not as intense.
not as intense.
With names.
With names, we got
They're
names now.
They're named now. and
That's a
they
new
are-
thing.
That means
Yeah.
That means it's so we had
serious.
what did we had? We just
I
had
have no
Hank.
idea. Oh,
Hank.
Yeah.
Hank just
and
came
there was
through.
one before that.
Yeah.
It was, I can't remember.
It's like it began with a G though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garant.
I was out of the country for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just
But-
had 2 storms, and so our walk today was pretty wet.
I did find out how waterproof my shoes are though, because my socks weren't
And
wet
were
when
they?
we got
Oh,
back.
that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
And
And they rinsed on the shower?
They
okay?
rinsed on the shower, great. So
Oh, great. Oh,
I
well, that's
I
good.
didn't know they were that waterproof, and
Well,
that
that's
was
good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, good
Because
pair.
I quite like them.
Yeah.
I have they're groundies, by the way, if you're interested. They're like barefoot walking shoes.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Which I actually really like. Susan recommended them, and I've never liked hiking boots, but I bought them for Iceland because I needed to do some walking. And I realized that part of it is I can't feel the ground, and I always feel like I'm going to fall over because I have like a high center of gravity.
Yeah.
So, but the barefoot shoes, like I can feel the ground.
Oh,
so I
that's
feel
cool.
way more stable on my feet, and I was like, revolutionary.
But not
Sam
every
has
rock.
Yeah.
You don't feel every rock.
No,
You
I don't
just
feel every
the
rock.
ground.
I just feel the ground, and so I feel
It's
less
different.
like I'm going to fall over on
Yeah.
my face
Yeah.
or my butt.
Yeah, more stable.
Well, it's good that they're pretty waterproof too.
Yeah, and that I didn't quite realize, so that was nice.
There you go.
Good for this country anyway.
Very good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, what's on the menu tonight?
Well, let's see. We thought we would talk about the whips we're working on in 2024, and like the knits we're going to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we talk about
Aspirations, maybe
plans?
also things we're going to leave behind
Yes.
in 2023.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So things we've ditched or will be ditching.
How did knitting go for you in 2023?
Knitting did not go well for me.
Okay.
I was gonna do a whole like roundup of like things we knit. Like I was actually gonna ask the team like, what did you knit? And I'm gonna put that in the last newsletter of the year. And then I was like, I have knit like 2 things.
Well, what have you done?
Well, you have knit 2
oh,
things.
yeah. So I knit the Kangas
Yep.
shawl by Alex Bird.
That
And
was, that was a goal.
Yeah,
yes,
that
but I
was
wove in the ends at Christmas. I still haven't blocked it, but I have woven in the ends now. And I don't actually remember what else. I've done headbands. I did like 3 headbands.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
That
I feel
might
like
be
you
all I
did something
finished.
else. So. I feel like you did something. Oh, you're.
Maybe the very beginning of the year.
Do you do anything with Spincycle?
No. What did I do at the beginning of the year?
Your vest, but you're not finished.
Nope, not finished that. Didn't finish that.
Yes.
This is from the year before.
Is it? I
Yeah.
thought you did it this year.
No, I did this for Rhinebeck 2022.
I see.
I was wearing it on the plant. I was like weaving it in and
It was a quick year though.
yeah.
It did go by quickly.
Yes.
You did another night shift? No? Was that?
Nope.
last year?
Didn't do that.
Okay. Well, that's gone by fast then.
I
You
gonna
just
say,
give the
did you do
impression
your
that
fierce, but
you've done lots of knitting.
you did the fierce.
There is a fierce in my size that is finished.
Yes.
And you knit on.
I did start it.
Keep going. Find something.
You started a lot of projects.
You got a sock.
Yes, you did.
I knit socks. I did not finish a pair of socks.
You've been busy.
I have been.
You've had
Well,
a
what about
lot
one
on.
of the projects?
What projects?
There?
What's in the project?
Yeah,
bag?
well-
What's in your project bag?
So what I'm leaving behind is the poor knitting mojo
Yeah.
of 2023. But I finished a huge project, as in I finished my business coaching certification. So like that is off
That's
my
massive.
plate.
Yeah.
And that is a huge achievement, and you're going to a lovely graduation next week, right?
I am in
Amazing.
like 10 days.
Mhm.
And some sunshine.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Right.
Um,
Go in your
And that's a huge
suitcase.
accomplishment, and it's going to it's something that you've wanted to do for years, and it's also, I think, something you're really passionate about, so you should be really proud of that.
I am very excited about it, and we will see where it takes us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's first taking us on a business retreat in April.
Yep.
Yes.
But also some other things,
Yeah.
which we can talk about if you want to. But first, we'll do the knitting. So
Stick to the knitting.
we'll stick to the
as-
knitting for the moment. So I started. So one of the things I started last spring was this top, which I believe we talked about. It looks like a
As
little.
you go into the sun.
Yeah.
Very
And I basically, it's a like broken rib stitch. It's camisole, and camisole number 4 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And basically I made a mistake in the broken rib somewhere like right when I joined the 2 front pieces.
Oh, okay.
And I had fixed part of it, and I just needed to sit down for like 3 hours and like fix the rest.
so nice.
Is it a knit
stitch,
2 purl 2?
It is a knit 2 purl 2 on one side and then a knit on the other, so it's a broken
Oh, lovely.
So
Yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah.
3.5?
3.5. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is
Silk.
Knitting for Olive's pure silk, and it is
Gorgeous.
gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
And
And
actually-
actually, all the pink.
Yeah, I did have buy all the pink. I'm not sure I'm actually going to use everything that
No, it might go
it
further.
says.
That's gorgeous.
So I'm now on track. I did this part today. I know it doesn't look like much, but that is the back left right there. And I'll do the back right later, and then I should be able to join it. And so I have
Then you're off.
high hopes that I will be wearing this in Puerto Rico in 10 days.
Amazing.
Love it.
Amazing.
So I'm working on that.
Yeah.
And then the other major accomplishment of today is that I hadn't ripped back my Liebling yet, which I thought I was going to. And then I tried it on for my knitter friends. My
Knitter
Kayleigh and
friends.
Susie.
Yay.
Not Susie. That is not your name.
No, not really.
And we've decided that I don't have to rip it back. And
So why
it's
did you
fine.
think that you needed to rip it back?
Well, because I didn't want it with negative ease. I wanted it to be a bit like more casual.
Yeah.
But Susan's wearing hers,
Yeah.
so I'm basically making the same thing that Susan is wearing.
And it blocks.
Yeah, Susan said it blocks out. You'll get the ease that
It
you're looking
just
for.
blooms and blocks, and
So
you'll get it.
I'm
And
just going to
also, I think
aggressively
it-
block it.
It's a good fit now, and so it'll be.
Kayleigh
a
said my
great,
boobs
you know,
look good,
a
so
great
we're
fit.
going.
I know, exactly. I think it is like boobalicious. Really shows off her boobs, gives her a great waist under that boob. She's got great under boob as a result of this sweater. And so I don't think that she needs to. I think it's super flattering.
Yeah. So I don't need to rip it back. I will finish that like next week then, because I just have some ribbing and like a few rows on the sleeves.
And then give it a good bath, and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll
and
go.
I'll
It'll,
probably wear that to Puerto Rico too.
you can
Yep.
wear that on the plane.
I
even,
wear it on
'cause
the plane
it's comfy,
because-
it's hot, cold, you know, in out. And the great thing about a short sleeve knit is that it
Yeah.
keeps you warm core, but you're
Yeah.
not boiling because it's
Well,
like got long.
It's funny you
sleeves.
say that. Did you know that my mother used to have a children's vest company?
No.
My mother and her friend Molly used to have a company where they sewed these like patchwork vests. It was called Mogi, so Molly and Gisela.
Oh my god.
And they were fully reversible. And my mom one day,
This is so
we were like,
80s.
yeah, it's so 80s. Like I had a couple too. They're so cute. They're really adorable. They were completely reversible. They're like
Knit or
no,
sewn. Okay.
they
Yeah,
pulled the whole
okay.
thing through the shoulder, so it was fully reversible. You can see
Oh,
it
yes.
with this amazing snap machine that I used to get to snap things. It was
Oh
great.
wow. It's in your
I don't know
blood.
where that is, that snap machine. I freaking love that thing. It had like a huge handle. It was like a big pump. I I like cast iron this thing. Anyways, but I remember like talking to my mom once and was like, why vests? And she was like, well, because children like to move their arms. Like, you have to keep their bodies warm.
Okay. Yeah, Mum.
It's true.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm very into the vest
Vests,
right now.
t-shirts.
Yeah, I love it. So
So let's talk about
Kayleigh,
yours.
what do you wear?
Yeah.
Woo woo.
So this is one of my, so basically let me tell you a story, everybody.
Story time. Okay.
So in August, I had bought all my yarn to do my first tessellated vest, which is bright orange, if you go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I still haven't knit that. I did a different tessellated vest, but I thought it would be really cool if I put that on hold and like didn't start it, because I was like, oh, it doesn't have to be knit till October, so and it's a vest, like I got loads of time, and I would do a test knit for somebody. So I started the test knit for Lily Kate France, and that's her name, Lily Kate France, and it was the I'm now like sitting here thinking what that pattern was called, but it's got this like lovely
the one with the piping.
Yeah, the piping. It was called Piping Hot.
Piping
there
Hot,
we go.
there
I was
we
going
go.
to say,
Yep.
you're so hot, but piping
Yeah,
hot.
Piping Hot. Yeah, I am
And
so
you
hot.
are so hot.
hot,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
alternate,
I am like pretty much done with the body and the back, and I only have to do the sleeves left on that. But I didn't do it in time for the deadline, and then because I needed to do the tessellated, I went back to the tessellated, changed all my colors, did that. And then I got back from Rhinebeck and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like get sidetracked. I have a plan, I've got a stash, like I wanna knit these things that I bought things for. And one of the things that I really wanted to do was knit the Moby sweater by Petite Knit by Christmas, because it's a lovely, like oversized, well, it's right here, cabled, textured jumper. So that's it there.
It's very pretty.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start the Moby sweater and I'm not gonna get sidetracked. I'm gonna have it done in time for Christmas. Obviously, it's after Christmas. I did not meet that goal. And it was because I took on 2 more test knits.
Nice.
I was like so good at meeting.
Like a good test knit.
Yeah.
Keep you busy.
And I'm so good at meeting test knit deadlines. I thought,
But you did. To be fair.
Well, yes. So I did the Plump It Up, which I talked about last podcast, by Max the Knitter.
Yeah.
And I did that in time. And then I was like, okay, now I need to go back to the other test knit that I committed to, which was again another Lily Kate. So I was like, this is the second Lily Kate I've done.
I can't believe she'll let you test it again.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was
Thanks,
like, I
Lily
need to do it and like meet the deadline. So I kept knitting on this. This is the Overdrive Vest. And I kid you not, the deadline was like by noon on the 22nd of December, so the Friday.
No pressure.
Right? And I literally posted my photos at like 11:57. Like I was like, so we were going down to Sam's mom's that day on the train, and I was just like trying to knit the last bit, the cowl bit, and I was just like knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting, and then I like bound off, and then I was like, see me in the ends, and then I was like, Emily, so which was Sam's mom, I was like, Emily, where's your like ridiculous steaming iron thing? Because I need to like steam block this really quickly, because I cannot wet block this right now. And then I made Sam's sister go and take pictures of me in the garden.
Those are some good poses you had going on
Yeah,
there
no,
too.
the pictures are great.
Yeah, the pictures look great.
It's like a deadline though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I love a
So I
deadline.
like posted
Deadline,
them
I think, for you,
on,
deadline.
yeah.
Otherwise it just goes on, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
So I posted them on the group at 11:57 and got it in time for her afternoon post and release of the pattern.
Nice.
And so I made it.
Well
I
done.
made it in the end. But I really did love this pattern. I've said
It
this.
looks really cute.
It does.
I've said this in the past, so I'm going to stand up so you can see it, but also I might get cropped out, so just so you can see the hem. But anyway, it is basically, well, as you can tell, it's a cowl neck vest, but it's got this really cool detail on the
does a
shoulder
nice
here.
shoulder detail.
She does a nice shoulder detail.
Shoulder.
And she puts all these increases in, and so it's very fitted for you. And like, I just feel like there's so many good patterns out there where they really put a lot of thought into how it sits on your shoulder. And I feel like we've talked about this in the past, like when it sits on your shoulder properly, it really does show. Like you want to wear it, it fits nicely.
It's easier to wear.
Yeah, exactly.
Just move in.
Yeah. So I love this pattern. It was actually very quick to knit, even though I just like made it extra difficult for myself.
Well, and Kayleigh, what yarn did you find?
Use? I was
going
to ask you.
That was the thing. So when Lily Kate was calling for test knitters, I sent it to Carmen, and I was like, "Oh, I might do this," and she was like, "Well, if you do, you have to use this." I sent her because like I didn't get that yarn. Or just anyway.
You were like, get that color.
I was like, I will be mad at you if you do not. And it's been like, what, like 2 years now, and I hadn't used it yet.
It suits you very well.
It suits you so well.
It is a gorgeous color.
It's a
gorgeous color. I mean, and I knew it would be great in Walcot for this pattern because, you know, the shoulder detail is, and this moss stitch, like look at that.
That's
sexy,
really
isn't it?
I like the big armhole.
Yeah,
it makes
exactly.
it really
But just also like the thought she put into how that joins together, and
is that a 3 needle bind off there?
Then?
Yeah. I love that because it makes such a nice.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's such a finished look, and you know it really looks like professionally done, which is I think a feature in all of her patterns.
Yeah.
She does that really, really well. But I knew Origin was going to be the perfect one for that, to show off that stitch definition in the shoulder, because moss stitch is such a beautiful stitch. It's one of my favorite stitches. It's actually
a lot of people hate it because they find it a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no. So this is the thing. I love the way it looks. I freaking hate knitting it. Like I hate it.
Really?
I hated this. I was like, I am so angry, but it's beautiful.
Love hate.
It's like that meme, and I really hope that James or Max can find this meme. It's like this unicorn. Sorry. It's like a Pixar thing or something. And there's like this little girl, and she gets like almost angry at how cute this unicorn stuffed animal is.
Exactly which one you mean. I convinced James can find it. Yeah.
That's how I feel about moss stitch. Because it makes me so angry, but it's so gorgeous. Like I love it. It's one of my favorite stitches to look at and to wear, and I just love the texture in it. And when you have a good yarn that really shows off texture well, like that has really good stitch definition, like it is amazing. Like Arbor by Brooklyn Tweed is also like this.
Yes,
it's got it's a really structured yarn, like my Weidlinger by oh my goodness gracious.
Thea Coleman.
No, it's not Thea Coleman. It's it's
Emily Green.
All right.
No, it's not one of their. I always want to call it. It's not Natasha Hornsberry either. But it is Natasha something.
I have no idea.
It's Natasha something. But anyway,
we're so sorry.
Yes, I'm very sorry.
The link. It'll be in the link.
But I
Will she remember by then?
Well, the pattern's called Weidlinger, and it's on Brooklyn Tweed's website, so you will find it. But it is such a gorgeous pattern, and it is almost entirely moss stitch, and that was the second sweater I ever knit.
Right. So that's why you love it so much.
It's so fluffy.
It's so fluffy.
I love it. I hate it.
So that is my relationship with moss stitch.
I think a lot of people feel the same.
Yeah. So I will always do a moss stitch pattern if like I'm literally doing that.
I was gonna say, isn't there a bunch of moss stitch in that?
That's double moss stitch, but yeah.
Double.
It's pretty.
But it is
lovely.
pretty, yeah. And
so
it's actually
classic.
really easy.
So
really
classic.
Easy. It's like a take on a Gansey. So it's very classic.
It's
yeah.
a very
Who's it by again?
Petite.
Oh, it's Petite.
Yeah.
the Moby.
Yeah, so this is the Moby, and it is something that I've had in my queue for quite a while. And I debated the yarn for like 2 years. I was going to do it in number 4 in Garthnor and Isager.
Yeah.
Then I was like, then we sold on the number 4. So then I was like, shit.
It's because they've spun it and it's nicer now.
Yeah.
We'll get it back.
Yeah. And then
Ooh, that could be in my list of.
yeah, because the number 4 too
Scandi
is
sweaters.
Shetland. That the cream white. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
White
beautiful.
style,
So then I was like, oh crap, what do I do? And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do it in Lore. And then I was like, or maybe I'll just do it in Knitting for Olive. And then I was like, no, I was just really obsessed with that Garth Lore. And then Carmen was like, well, why don't you do it in Beacons? And I was like, I love Beacons. Why don't I do it in Beacons?
So yeah, bought all the beacons.
So I bought all the Beacons. There were like literally, so I needed 10 skeins of it, and there were only 10 skeins on the shelf, so I bought all the Beacons.
And what's it with? You're pairing it.
I'm pairing it with Knitting for Olive.
Pairing.
We do
love
love
a good pairing. I love a
Wine,
pairing.
yarn.
Wine, yarn, food. Yeah, all good.
But I paired it with Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair in the cream color,
Gorgeous.
which has been such a popular color.
Gorgeous.
It has mine, we have it in stock at the moment.
Well, I know that like it was so funny because I think at the time Amanda was making a mohair jumper.
Oh yes, she ran
Oh,
out.
was
Yeah.
that?
Is that
Did
you
all
had all the
three of
cream?
you
I had all the
have a
cream.
fight over it?
Yeah.
No,
Like-
I supplied the
The skein to Amanda.
to Amanda to finish.
Yeah.
I
Whereas
got-
I had bought it
Got
all
her over the
and
line.
kept my mouth quiet.
It was something else, but it worked just as well. I
Yes.
supplied her with the
It's good.
Rosarios. No, the
Oh,
Rosarios.
Rosarios. Oh,
Yeah, 4
okay.
in cream that I had happened to pick up in Lisbon.
You
Just
your yarn dealers.
stockpiling cream. We were.
Well,
it goes.
yeah, we'd like get it in and it just would
gone.
leave, and
Yeah.
there was a whole
Yeah.
phase.
But the
of that.
marzipan's also gorgeous.
Yeah, the
I
marzipan
think.
is gorgeous.
But
It's a bit more
just-
I
pink.
love
it's
the
a
way
bit-
you both say that.
Yeah.
But it's just
Marzipan.
what? Marzipan.
I want it's marzipan.
Marzipan. Okay,
I was like, I know
don't
Carmen
the
says it in
Danish
a
say it,
weird.
but
that-
the Germans say it marzipan.
It is very
Yeah.
steep.
Yeah.
So- and if you put it with a cream, then you get this kind of slight pink halo, which
Susan is
quite
also
cool.
like the master of pairing mohair.
Yeah,
Like
she's
with
obsessed.
something.
She's
Like
obsessed.
let's
let's
talk
move
about what
to
she's just
let's
finished.
move to yes.
Also,
Speaking
I'm
of
sorry,
which.
I'm
Yeah.
squirming a lot, but
Squirming.
this
Yeah.
is short sofa for my long legs.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you can
No, I'm
no,
good.
sit back.
Well,
Well,
no, because then I'm all like,
In the dark.
for so long I wanted to pair Spincycle with mohair.
oh, she's finally done it.
I've finally done it on the colourwork, inspired by Instagram and a sweater I saw.
It is gorgeous.
It is.
And this was going to be my Christmas sweater and then my New Year's sweater, but it's my, it's my
It's
sweater.
your January sweater.
January sweater. But I got it done within the month, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's amazing.
I'm happy about that.
It's
And what's
beautiful.
So this is Pot Click mohair, Spincycle,
yeah.
Dyed in the wool.
dyed in the wool,
Mm-hmm.
paired with the pink Isager.
Oh, that like
Oh,
the
yeah.
bright,
The bright pink.
19, I think.
19 or something,
Yeah.
19. And then the body was something I had in my stash, which I'm so pleased with. 2 skeins of 300 meters of single merinos from Urban Purl called Utopia.
It's such
Love
a good
the
color.
name.
Pretty color.
Great
Very
I
colour.
mean,
pretty
like,
color.
look at that color.
Paired with, just came to me, Isager mohair navy
Like,
100.
This is the thing, though.
So
like,
you get
this
this,
is.
because I'm not a greeny person. I'm a bluey kind. I love blues and pinks, and I just love. Look at
But
that.
this
It
is
is
what you are.
moody.
This is what you are so good at, Susan. Like, you can visualize what this looks like and be like, that's an obvious good choice.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, what the hell? how does that turn out into that? Like, seriously? I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, in fairness, Susan has spent hours
Yes.
upon hours
What?
playing with various mohairs
Yeah,
and yarns
well,
and
I
pairing.
don't-
Not just
yeah.
for this one. I'm just saying in
In
general.
but I don't.
Like-
I don't do lots of swatches. I do swatches.
No,
I
no.
do swatch.
But you do.
But
You know,
you do
you have a
something-
knowledge
you
about
are
it.
Yeah,
in
I
the
do.
shop.
Yeah.
Going, no.
Yeah, no, I am. Yes, you're right. That'll look nice with that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and I was trying to like not do pop click again because I had
You've
this
used it before.
tendency to kind of gravitate toward it because it's so amazing.
It is amazing.
And then I had a chat with
But then
Alex.
you did it anyways.
And we had a chat and we looked at it and we tried other things. I was trying to deviate. I wanted red.
Did you now?
I did.
Red is not you, though, really,
I know.
is it?
It's Christmas. So, and she's like, no, you don't want red. And she's like, you're right, I don't want red. Pink,
Good job,
yes.
Alex. Good job.
And so
Alex is such a good enabler.
and she is, and she facilitated yet another skein and pop click when I probably had one in my stash.
But the thing is, actually,
But it wasn't the same.
yes. But the thing about Alex, though, is that Alex is so good at color theory.
Yeah.
Like she is probably the best person I have ever met who just gets it.
She's an
like
artist.
she is so into it.
So
yeah, but I know loads of artists, and Alex has something in her that really she just gets this color so well.
Yeah.
This color theory. So like if Alex was like, even if you love something and Alex was like, you know that there's something wrong there then. Like, that's not the option for you.
Equally, if you're just drawn to this and this, and she goes, yeah, and you go, are you sure? And she goes, yeah. Should I
Like,
try
she's
it on?
being
Actually,
honest.
You should try it on.
Yeah.
You wanted to try it on live.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna undress now.
Yeah. Woo! Stripping show.
That's
A whole different podcast.
That's the other great thing about the t-shirt sweater is that you can just fling it on and off if you get too hot.
Yep.
And you get too.
It's getting
what do you think?
Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
That fits perfectly.
Look at
And
that.
you stopped the sleeves at the right point.
You did.
I did.
There was a
Totally.
debate last night.
There
about
was.
sleeves.
Yeah.
How long should sleeves be? Anyway, so that's
And
my.
you didn't lose at Yarn Chicken at all.
I didn't lose at Yarn Chicken, so I'm very pleased about that. And so yeah, it's a Dala Sweater by Eleanor Mortenson, I think. I don't know. I think it's Morganson. Dala. I don't know. And it's the horses.
Yeah,
The horses.
Gorgeous. Yeah. I thought it was a
You
Caitlin
said the
Hunter.
horses reminded you of something when that came out. I don't remember what though.
Did I?
You did, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I don't know. Anyway, inspired by the on Instagram Margot Chain or Chine, I don't know how she says her name. She pairs a lot of mohair and she did
lovely.
Wasn't she the inspiration for your Easy V?
She was.
Yeah.
No, that was the prolific.
Oh,
knitter.
prolific.
But yeah,
yes.
so a little bit of American inspiration, West Coast. But she does these amazing like photos and hangs on, you know, and it's beautiful. But so it's not direct copy because I use different yarns. But I like a bit of inspo.
Yeah,
You get it right.
I think you might become the inspo.
Well, I don't know, but I do like it, and I think it'll
We're
be.
encouraging Susan to post more
Yes.
of her finished
My
things on
New
it.
Year's resolution is
Yeah,
to
so neither of you have said
posting.
what you were leaving behind or what you
what
are.
we're leaving behind.
I was gonna say I'm gonna leave behind signing up for test knits last minute, but I think I just signed up for another one.
I did.
Like
Just
an hour ago.
What?
Who was that?
Oh yes,
How
you
did you
did.
miss
Oh
it?
yes, you did.
Well, you
No,
didn't
we
miss
didn't.
it, but I
Didn't
can't
miss
talk about it.
She can't talk about it. You.
Oh,
we
yes.
missed it.
Yes, sorry. Blank that one because it was secret info.
Yeah, sorry. Eventually, I will reveal all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's new, so you know we need to give it time to Germany and like.
What am I going to leave behind? I mean, I have a 16-year-old.
You're gonna leave behind your 16-year-old.
No. I mean,
Sorry, Isla.
I'm going to leave behind. No, I'm not leaving behind my 16-year-old. So I'm doing this is another scarf. She loves the fluff.
Okay.
And she loves the scarf.
Okay.
So can I please have a fluffy scarf?
Okay.
So this.
Will she wear it? Is the question.
Well, I did a very skinny green one in the Boreal.
Oh.
Is it Boreal?
Yeah.
Yes, Boreal. Very skinny, and I had to finish it. And she wore it once, and then she went off and left it on the sofa. So it went home yesterday. Anyway, and this then, she said, I want the cinema and the
English Rose.
Dancing Flamingo.
Oh, is it Dancing Flamingo?
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's Dancing Flamingo. Yeah.
So, and then she said strawberries and raspberries. And so she wanted a thicker scarf. So I said, well, like a 2x2 rib, which you know what that was. Anyway, so I'm making it up. But I think it's rather nice. But I might
I love
leave
it.
behind making scarves for my 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Made up
That-
patterns.
Doesn't wear them.
Well, I think she will wear it.
I do
hope
too.
she'll wear it.
I think she'll.
I mean,
live
a
in
couple
it.
of things you knit for her are hanging in the shop as samples.
Oh, don't say. Don't. Ouch. Anyway, and
But a scarf is really in right now.
I love
I
that
think
a
so.
skinny scarf is back
I
in
know.
because
Oh
I
my
actually
God.
still have all my skinny scarves.
You never got rid of them.
I did not. I actually have a like bright Kelly green and pink
Love it.
I mean,
I feel like you
sorry.
really fit well, I mean, not just because you were in the 90s, but you do fit a 90s vibe. Like, you're one of the few adults that I know that can like pull off the Zoomer look because it was a 90s look.
Well, I also feel
It's
like
all
it
back.
very much suited like my body type.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, I was smaller in the 90s, but the whole
But
like sort of
still.
like it's a very elongated
I mean, the jeans
look.
that you're wearing
Yeah,
now,
I'm like
you
back
know,
in
like,
boot cut jeans.
Yes.
Well,
I was very
big.
excited when those when I like saw them on the shelf and I was like, oh, can I wear those again?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And you
Oh,
have
with the
never been
skinnies?
into super high waisted.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it suits me. I don't think it's comfortable.
Yep.
I'm not into it.
Yep.
I love a layered thing.
Yep.
I keep seeing like
I feel like
memes.
you could really pull off that like hat thing that Keira Knightley has in Love Actually. It's like manic girl hat.
Oh yeah.
But it's
I
like
never
a-
wore one of those, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you
yeah.
could pull that off.
Yeah. I'd be way into like big belt buckles coming
Yeah.
back
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh,
on a
Branded.
rise jean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Mhm.
Yeah, big.
So-
Yeah. Well, I think they are. I mean, Isla wears this big belt of mine that's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
weighs
I mean,
a
I
ton.
can't
It's
wear
all
the
metal.
belts from the 90s anymore.
It's-
I'm not the same
No,
size
but
as
it's
I
all
was,
it's
but-
all metal rivets.
Yeah.
It weighs
Mhm.
a ton, and I think,
Yeah.
oh my god, did I ever wear that? I really did wear
Well,
that.
you did wear
Yeah.
that.
And she wears that out with her jeans.
Well, that was the thing. It was big in the 70s too.
Yeah, yeah.
The cut of the jeans slightly changed. It's interesting because they're very wide legged, but they're very tight around the waist.
Yeah. Because
think
of the
it's
butt
like-
is in.
Yeah, the
The
butt.
butt
in.
is back in,
The
which
butt is
also
back
bodes
in.
very well for me.
Yeah, the butt is back in. Well, I'm
You're just
with
winning
you there.
right now.
I am a winning.
winning.
So
Win.
in for 2024 for me is that the fashion suits my body type.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. No, it's in for 2024. Definitely. I probably won't give up pairing yarns.
Yeah.
Even though I
We
don't
were talking
think-
about yarn trends earlier,
Yeah.
and you said that somewhere
I
someone
read somewhere
said,
mohair
mohair
with
is
everything
out.
is out, and I don't think it is.
and I thought Susan might cry.
Not in my world anyway.
But then
just
also
discovered
too,
it.
like if mohair's out, I don't know how like Gigi Hadid had missed that message because if you go to her like her knitwear brand that I just found out about.
You're not on camera anymore. I think you
Oh.
just scoochy
Yeah.
scoochy.
Get yourself over here.
Okay.
Cut
Sorry,
a lot there.
I probably had like this is the first time you're seeing me.
I mean, there's a chance I'm not in either. Okay.
Oh, right, so it's
let's-
just me
Super close to
in the
Susan.
middle.
talking or not talking while you're talking around me.
The audio will be fine.
Yeah.
Still knitting.
So anyway, so Gigi Hadid has this like knitwear brand called Guest in Residence, which has like just go to the website and you'll be like, okay, so that's an Ann Bensel, that's a petite knit, that's a Thea Coleman, that's a Emily Green. Like you'll just be like, okay, she has ripped off all of our favorite
She
knitwear
saw-
designers.
She saw some knitters knitting things and thought, that's what it's like
Yeah.
in my wardrobe, and I'm gonna make a.
But if mohair is
Line.
out all of a sudden,
Well, no.
then Gigi Hadid
No.
did not get the message, so I don't think
Okay.
mohair's out.
Also,
Okay, well, it's just a
fluff
random
is not
ins-
out.
Instagram.
I mean, honestly, like
No, it's amazing. It is amazing and so wonderful to knit with. I mean, this scarf is just 2x2 rib, and it's just it's great. It's so much to it.
I have the officer sweater on my needles as well.
Do you have that with you?
I have it. It's not. I didn't bring
You
it
didn't
over
bring it
here
on camera.
because it's like a half an inch of ribbon that I have
on her
done,
needles.
which I also did as a test knit.
Yeah. Max.
Sorry,
it's
Max.
fine. We filmed this like in November, Max.
He knows that's a lie. I will have it done in time for Unravel though.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the things like we have planned as a shop and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
for
yeah.
2024.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Well, woo.
Susan's had a bit too much wine.
It's not.
No. She's
Okay,
ready to
go.
party.
I actually am not entirely sure which things I can talk about is part of the problem.
Can you talk
So-
about Unravel?
Well, Unravel, yes.
Yes.
So
okay.
yeah.
We're going to unravel.
we're going to Unravel.
Carmen's going to unravel.
I'm going to Unravel
Susan and I will just be there.
We'll be there.
in
Just hanging around.
February. Max and Vincent will be there as well, so we're going to have a Les Garçons Walcot Yarns booth again.
Yep.
There'll be plenty of fluff, plenty of samples, etc. We have at least 2 further events planned. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention them. No. One of them is in May, and one of them is in August.
Yay! So you can
that
figure
is
it
what
out.
I will say. I don't know if the...
See you on the other side.
I will... They require a plane flight of some distance for moi.
See
and
you
beyond.
across.
So Walcot
the
will be
pond.
in your shop. No, in your location,
Maybe.
depending on where you live.
Check it out.
It'll be great.
I'm like, how can I make this really cryptic?
Sign up to the newsletter. I'll tell you as soon as I can.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, a bit of travel with that planned. We also have more retreats.
Yeah.
We actually, next week, so probably right after the podcast launches, we'll be releasing our next Country House Classic retreat dates.
Ooh, are we?
Yes, we are.
When are those?
You have to sign up for the newsletter to find out first.
Oh no, because I actually just want to know, but I'll ask you after this.
So we have that.
Because my mom might want to come.
You might want to go with your mom.
And I
Well,
might
if she
wanna
signed
go
up
with
to
my
the
mom.
newsletter.
My mom is signed up to the newsletter, but she is the
she'll
worst
tell you
person.
to read the email.
Not reading your emails. It's just the fact that she's got an email account. Like all of us have an email account. In that, she opened this
first
email
one
account
ever.
in 2005, right?
Yeah.
And we all were like, email's so cool, email's so great, let's give our email to everyone. And so now my mom gets 1,000 emails a day from everything she's ever signed up to.
So Jen and everybody else who's in this boat, start unsubscribing.
I started,
but it's so
today.
it feels
You know what? I did this last year.
Cleansing.
I went to my personal, because also my personal email had literally had 20,000 emails in it or something stupid, and I unsubscribed from a bunch of stuff because the email at my personal email address is from 1995. That is how
AOL dial-up.
It is not AOL. It is a Gmail account.
No, they didn't have Gmail in 95. Because I got an invite-only Gmail, and that was 2005.
I've had it since longer.
Okay.
For sure.
I think Gmail only started in 2005.
I will look this up, but I definitely started it before I moved to Europe, and that was in 2004. So it's been around for way longer than that. Anyways,
mine's 2002, so at least.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have Gmail too? Maybe you guys are just more exclusive than me as a 13-year-old.
I was gonna say you were like a baby.
You're a baby.
Yes, I know, but I already had other emails.
I did have an AOL account once upon a time. I also still have a @mac.com iCloud account that apparently doesn't exist anymore.
At Mac,
At Mac.
That's how old school I am.
I mean, I had an AIM one, and I had an AOL. I was horseback girl 434 at AOL.com.
I'm not sure you wanted to announce that.
I don't read my email on that account anymore, so don't email me there. I was really into riding horses then.
Very interesting. I've only ever had one.
I'm a horse girl.
You've only ever had one email address?
No, well now I have two.
No, because you have a
Right,
you have a work one.
Well,
Have you never had a work email before?
Well, no, I just
Oh my god.
bypassed
In
me.
my head, I was just how was she married then? And then I was
How
wait
was
a
she
minute.
married?
What? How did she meet her husband? It wasn't my email.
No, and then I was like, wait a minute. Susan isn't my age.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, how does Susan Byrne? And I was like, how is she Susan Byrne in 2004? And I was like, oh wait. Literally,
I'm dying
I was
right
it was again that meme where that person's trying to do math really hard.
How old is she? A little bit older than you, Kayleigh. Mom.
Oh, I'm crying.
Anyway, thank
Anyway.
you.
So my advice was to go to that email address and unsubscribe from all the things you're not actually reading. Obviously not the AYS newsletter,
Yeah.
because it is good.
Yep.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
And yeah,
My
just
mom
clear it
definitely
up.
does read it when she can find it because of her own fault, not yours.
So the AYS newsletter comes out at 8 a.m. every Thursday morning, except for
Today.
this week because I didn't realize it was Thursday. So
That's another story.
that's vacation fault. Anyways, and retreat newsletters don't have a regularly scheduled program, but there will be one coming out next week. So,
And I think whenever you do have announcements, you always, well, I don't think this. I know that every time you do have announcements, you put it in the AYS thing of like, look, there's an announcement here, but you need to sign up to the events one.
well,
so like,
the retreat newsletter gets info first because I don't want to bombard people who aren't interested.
right,
in
exactly.
retreats. So,
But Carmen's also realizes that you may have just signed up to the AYS one like now.
yesterday.
Like
So I will
right
also
now.
tell you.
So she'll also tell you
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But she'll tell you how to get that
chances.
info.
Yes.
Yep.
So multiple chances, and I'm starting a business newsletter in 2024.
Yeah.
Can I subscribe to it even though I'm not a business?
Obviously, there was a link in the last newsletter, Kayleigh.
Oh, when was that?
That was last Thursday. Did you not read it?
No, I did
No,
actually.
no, you told me to-
I did actually read it
You
because
read it?
I
There was
got
like
it.
a big old button that said
That's so funny.
business newsletter.
It was.
Well, maybe I read the first bit and I thought business retreat was the rest of that sentence. Because it was so funny because I remember getting it and I have the Gmail app on my phone and basically what I do is I archive or delete everything that I'm not going to read right away. So if it's something that I think like, oh, this is actually like a coupon that maybe I'll use in the next like 2 weeks or something, I archive it.
Yeah.
And if it's something I know I'm never going to do, I delete it. And then if it's something I want to read, I left it as read.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I want to read the newsletter. Left it
it.
as read. And then it was Sunday when we were coming back on the train. And I was like, oh, I'm going to read the newsletter now. And then I read it. And then I like skimmed the links.
They were big, though.
You didn't read them.
They were big.
I made them big.
And I think the thing is my brain is like doing the thing where you're like speed reading and you're like, what's the most logical or probabilistic thing that's going to happen at the end of the sentence? And just read the beginning bit.
Oh, I see.
And so I think that's how I missed it.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, anyways, we're
So you'll
starting
forgive me.
starting a business newsletter next week as well.
Great. And what else is happening in the shop, online, or around the place in general?
Thanks for bringing us back, Susan.
Back to topic task. We're here. Here we are.
Well, more podcasts.
Yep.
We have some
Yes.
exciting things planned on the podcast. We have some very exciting things planned because it's our 10th year of business.
Ooh.
So
Oh my goodness gracious.
some of those things will not yet be announced, but there are big plans for our 10th anniversary this
Does
year.
that mean a certain girly is 10 years old?
That does mean that a certain four-legged girly will be 10.
Yeah, she's peaches.
Yeah, her birthday's in March.
Aww.
Yeah. She's snoozing on the other sofa.
Yep.
We have our first Cal of the year.
Yep.
Which we will officially announce how you can participate next week.
Yep.
But we...
Teaser taster?
Yeah. Well, did you bring your thing?
Yeah.
It's not just a teaser or a taster. We will tell you what it is.
We will be back to let you know.
And it is...
Whoops, turn around.
Pressed flowers.
Pressed flowers. Yay!
And you may think, oh, wow, they're late to the party.
We
But
are a bit late to the party.
the
Late
thing
to the
about
party.
this
But
cal,
it's timeless.
Yep.
It is.
and the thing about the cal is basically you can do any pressed flowers pattern.
Any of Amy Cristoffers' pressed flowers
Yep.
patterns.
And so you can do the shawl, you can do the cowl, you can do the hat, socks,
Yep.
cardigan, pullover. I think that's everything.
Did you this cowl? Did you
I
do
said the cowl.
Oh,
Cowl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mittens?
Are there mittens?
I thought there might be mittens.
I know there's socks.
Oh,
There's
socks.
socks, hat, cowl, shawl, cardigan, sweater.
Yeah.
Well, there's at least 6 things for you to choose from.
Plenty to choose from.
So one option is you could do just the hat.
Mm-hmm.
You could do just the cardigan.
Yeah.
You could do just the shawl.
Yeah.
Or if you say want to, because it's going to be 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And
I think
so
it's 9 because
is it
of
9?
Easter.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, but 8 video sessions, right?
Yeah, so it's an online cal. There will be a weekly live meetup on Zoom with one of us.
Yep.
So either Kayleigh or myself, possibly both of us.
Honestly, probably I'll just go to every one of them.
Probably Susan will join us as well.
Because I just randomly cast it on over New
She
Year.
jumped the gun.
Yes,
basically.
I jumped
She
the
She was
gun.
obsessed with this new
We've
color
been
scheme.
talking about this pattern for ages.
Yeah,
We just
so
haven't gotten
long.
around to it. And we
Yeah.
thought, you know what's going to get us around to it? A cal.
Yep.
Which, by the way, stands for knit along.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, which is fine.
Yeah, and also we've been informed that Americans say cal the same way that they say cow. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowl and cowl.
Yeah, and whereas Brits say it cowl
Yes.
and
cowl.
call.
Call.
Call?
Cowl.
Cow?
It's
I don't
like-
know.
Either way,
Hawk and hawk.
K-A-L,
Hawk
knit
and hawk.
along
Yeah.
is what we're doing. It's going to start in 5 weeks' time. I think February 5th
Is
will
our
be
first
cast on
cast
date.
and day.
We will have all of the details in next week's newsletter and probably more on our next podcast episode. But yeah, it's open
For anyone?
internationally.
Yep.
Just buy a ticket. More information.
Oh, so we should probably say the time too, which is going to be 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
GMT.
GMT.
And it's a great pattern.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been sitting there for me. Do I do the cardigan, the pullover? Seeing the pullover at Rhinebeck and and the samples. And
I mean, it
different
was
places.
gorgeous.
Lots
Yeah.
of people wearing it.
And
And
it's
it's like,
one-
yeah, I want to do that. And it's one of those things. It's so satisfying because it looks so much more complicated than it is.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it's
mosaic.
mosaic.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's just.
So what
So
yarn are you
addictive,
using
so
for your
addictive.
shawl?
I am using, I picked, I having been heavily, I'm not sure it's influenced, but heavily nudged by my colleagues at Rhinebeck. I bought a lot of yarn and I hadn't knit with any of it yet, and I thought, well, I've got to knit, I've got to start something. So this is Green Mountain Spinnery fingering. It's a mix of mohair and something, and it's just,
So it's got Susan's name all over it.
it's lovely because the mohair is already in it, so you don't have to add it. Great, love that. And it's fingering, but I'm using it a bit as a sport weight because
Yeah.
it works for me.
So
And
it's
I'm-
a 2-ply, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just,
It's gorgeous.
I mean, this is a new thing for me. This like
Crunchy
fingering.
yarn.
Yeah, crunchy
Yeah.
and fingering because it goes on forever. It
Yep.
seems to go on forever. And the dream world came into the shop.
Oh, is this from the newest delivery that I haven't even seen yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
wow, that is
It's just-
moody.
In came the dream world, and I like went, okay.
Because we had Dream World in
that's
Dream
amazing.
State.
Yes. And I sort of,
Yeah.
I kept saying to myself, well, it's still there. When I come in, I might buy it. And well, if it's still there. and,
Susan
and
came in the
if
day
it's
that I
still
like,
there,
put it in the system and on the shelf.
and I was looking
and
at it
was like,
ooh.
and
Okay.
she was like, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? And she was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And I was like, yeah, but are you going to use it? And like, it doesn't matter if you don't need it. Like, what's inspiring you about it?
Yeah.
Like,
So
Yeah.
on my last day,
We
I
are
got
about-
4 out of 5. But
So sorry if anyone else wanted
wanted it.
some.
Well, they didn't.
That
Clearly,
is
because they could have bought
gorgeous.
it. Anyway,
You snooze, you lose around here is
it's
Susan's
the
motto.
it's the moody blues purples that just are going.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
fair.
and
And
then
with
it,
the,
and then
with
it's
the
going to
grey,
go
yeah.
into a reddy kind of purple
Yep.
blue, but
And then really teal, which
and
is really
teal,
nice.
and then get another skein out.
But
So-
honestly, too, actually,
yeah,
if
it's
you
really
are
lovely.
somebody like this was one of the things at Rhinebeck was that we were trying to get Susan into the more kind of crunchy yarns.
Yeah.
As we like to
was
describe
it a
them.
thing? It was a thing. Was
Yeah, it was a
Okay, I
thing. It
remember
was a
that.
thing. Well, it was a thing that I think we did subconsciously.
Right, okay.
Like, what can we expose Susan to at Rhinebeck that is also like distinctively Rhinebeck?
Yeah, well, it was very much so.
And Susan's always been really soft knitter, loves the mohair, loves the
Opus.
loves Opus, loves the drape,
Origin. Yeah.
but also what's the kind of gateway drug to get her into crunchy yarn?
Gateway drug.
And actually, this is a really good one for that
is.
because it is soft.
Yeah.
But it
Same as
has a
well.
texture to it that reminds you of a tweed.
Yeah. I got the
Um,
black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it has a texture to it that reminds you of a tweed. The drape is actually going to be more crunchy than it would actually, which is actually kind of surprising with a merino mohair. You would think it would be like almost like Opus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of structure to it.
Yeah.
So
I'm knitting
Yeah.
the back catalogue. That's what I'm going to do this
Yeah.
year. Is
Yeah.
the crunchy.
yeah.
So inspired by Kayleigh, influenced by Kayleigh and Rhinebeck and the whole American thing, I'm going to go for all this crunchy
I'm
stuff.
not wearing my beanie.
Your
Oh my
hat.
goodness.
Oh my god!
She's wearing a hat.
I'm not wearing my hat.
Anyway, the hat,
Just remind me of that.
because I've got some of that as well.
I have some of that too.
Heavily
Um,
influenced. Anyway, there
Okay,
we are.
but on the
So-
pressed flowers, do you know which you're going to do yet, Kayleigh? For
No.
the cow.
I don't.
Oh.
Because, well, I thought I did, but now I don't.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I know which pattern I'm gonna do. I don't know which yarn I'm gonna
Which pattern are you doing?
I'm gonna do the cardigan.
So,
I want the cardigan.
I also think it's
Oh,
funny
pull over.
that this is
Okay.
what I
And the
brought with
shawl,
me.
but I'll have the shawl done.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So you're gonna
And the
join
hat.
us for the cow with the pullover.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Oh, you brought it with you.
Whoa! Oh, the wild horses.
No,
No?
that's for the, this is Family Jewels
Yeah, just a very
orange
Yeah.
batch.
Snagged that as soon as it came in, didn't
Yeah, I did.
she? Never saw it.
Yeah.
perks of working in the shop.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Yeah, and I
That's
obviously
wild.
bought 4 skeins of it. I actually don't.
Well,
It was so funny because
you have to buy 4 just in
It's like
case.
4 of the 5 in a bag.
well, it was so funny too
You do have
because
customers.
I just so I'm moving house next week. So this week I actually packed up all my yarn and then I was like, oh crap, I need to talk about yarn on the podcast. Where is my yarn? So I found 3 of the Spincycle and I know I have a 4th one. I know I
Of course
do.
you do.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Because I looked at my receipts basically. And I was like, yeah, I know I did.
For the cardigan.
So I'm thinking this for the cardigan.
Alright,
I actually
the
bought
pullover
this
then.
for the metamorphic sweater.
Okay.
But I'm committed to using my stash yarn this year, so that's like my goal for 2024 because I've signed up for so many freaking test knits. I haven't actually gotten to use a lot of the yarn I actually bought in both 22 and 23. And there's a lot of patterns that I know I want to do, but also I know will come out that I can use the yarn I bought for. Because I bought all sweater quantities, so it'll be fine. But so this is Family Jewels in Dyed in the Wool, and this is Aramore Light in Copper Coast.
Which is a newer color of
Yeah.
theirs, which is quite gorgeous.
And as
Very
soon as I
catering.
got it in, basically I was like, okay, I
Did
need to
you
do
buy
something
all
of
that
that.
as well?
Yep.
Did she?
So I bought
Okay.
I bought 3 skeins
It's on
of
the
it.
shelf.
Is it on the shelf?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
right.
next
So-
to the pink of theirs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like you know, because we talked about it before, Aramore Light is like a bit of a tweedy yarn, but it's quite special. Carmen always describes it the best because she knows it so well.
Well, it's like a sweatshirty yarn. It's woolen spun. It's merino cashmere and silk. It is special.
Because it's tweedy, but like, when have we ever had a tweed that is merino cashmere and silk?
Well, it's the first time Dawn Eagle have created
Yeah.
it. Like, because Daphne and the fiber company taught them how, basically.
Yeah.
So.
So it's very, very special yarn. I actually haven't used it yet, and I've always wanted to use it. And so I've kind of been waiting around to use it. But the reason I'm unsure about it is because I had in my head that there was more orange in this yarn than there was teal, but there's obviously more teal than there is
Yeah,
orange.
but I think the flowers will look amazing.
So what, you want
Yeah.
low contrast?
I want low contrast is
Will
the thing.
you?
No, well, that won't be that.
No.
At times it will though. Look.
But let's talk about what Susan was thinking earlier today
About what?
about your pressed flowers and low contrast.
Oh. Oh
Well,
yeah.
so can I just say before
Oh,
we
yeah,
go to
yeah.
Susan's,
No, go
so my
ahead.
second option, which I actually didn't bring because I couldn't find where I packed it, is that I have in my stash Opus in Evergreen and Light Years. And I'm thinking maybe I use that for the shawl because I don't think, basically, the cardigan is a sport weight. Also, too, everybody was going to be like, but why are you using Air More Light then? Because that's a DK.
DK, yeah.
Yeah, it is. But you can also use it in sport weight patterns. It's a light DK. According to Farmer Company's website, they say it is DK, but they've also used it in sport weight patterns. So I'm going to do a swatch, and I'm going to figure out what the hell I want to do with that.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Yes,
exactly.
But the reason I think that that is actually okay too is so Aramore has a lot of structure to it, so it is going to still be in that vibe, whereas Opus actually is really drapey and like super soft, as we've said before. So I wouldn't use that for the cardigan or the pullover because you really want that structure to it, the way that she's designed it. Whereas a shawl is a lot more forgiving, and you do want to drape in a shawl. And so I think if I do, basically I'm going to swatch them both and be like, which am I drawn to more? Because like I got that yarn for the Metamorphic with that in mind. And if I actually just really want to do that in the end, I'm going to do that in the end. And I will do the shawl instead because I know that will be gorgeous as well. Gotcha. So like I'll figure out like which one I want to do. I think I'm going to be probably surprised in this a little bit of
We've got a couple weeks to figure it out.
I also think I might be like quite like, oh, now I want to do both.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just thinking, I'm sitting here thinking this is a giant swatch for the cardigan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm listening to you, Kayleigh, saying drape, and I'm thinking structure, and I'm thinking, oh, that'll be
that'll be really good for the cardigan.
Great cardigan, but I don't know that I have enough of the. But it's a good swatch.
You definitely have enough for the Green Mountain.
I do have
well,
enough.
not if she's doing both this and.
No, but I didn't think I did. I'll have to have another look.
No, you'll have enough for from the Green Mountain that you got.
Oh, yes.
But you won't have enough.
6.
You need another. No, actually, I don't think you do need another skein because 4 for the cardigan.
4 what? 200? No.
Dyed in the wool.
Yeah.
It is 4.
I think it's 4.
But how much 4?
Unless you're the tiniest
How much
size,
of the
which is
main?
3.
How much of the main? No.
I do also apologize if you hear Peaches growling in the background. She's trying to let us
to go out.
She's trying to tell us she's outside.
Yeah, I'm not sure I had enough. Oh, I'll have another look at the pattern because I probably have enough for the. But I do.
For
love
both?
It. No, not for both.
Oh,
no, I'd have to rip it out and say it's swatch. But I do like it. I think it's great. It's a great shawl, but it's not drapey like Opus. It's got structure to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works both ways. So I'm thinking of using Isager Tweed for the hat with in the grey granite. Because grey. I'm in low contrast and use fluff for the flowers and in between. And so I'm going to use.
Wait, what was it that you just said?
Isager Tweed.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Isager Tweed.
I was like, I thought you said Opus, and then I was like, granite. Is that a
No.
color that we carry now?
It is not, no.
Isager Tweed.
Yeah, in granite. Okay.
In granite with fluff. I have to see it in the shop because I haven't been in for a bit.
Yeah.
Probably
Cold rain.
Cold rain.
Oh, lovely. Low contrast.
Grey on grey.
Grey on grey, but texture.
Yeah.
Change in texture. And then I put a hot pink pom-pom on it.
Oh, love that.
For you though, not for Isla.
Or a pale pink. I'll have to decide. No, for me.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's my hat. I don't have a hat. Really.
Yeah.
Well, I
You need
have
a
a
hat.
hat. I have a hat I made for Isla that I wear, but I need.
You're definitely leaving making Isla things.
Well, no, I'm not. If she wants, no, I've got something. She wants a petite knit, whatever.
She does wear the Jessie May bralette that you made.
Yeah, she did, but we're over that now too. She did wear that. But what I think she really wants is a ginormous, chunky.
Chunky.
That is in with that
sweater,
age group.
that age group, like the big oversized sweater,
Yeah.
which I've looked at and I've said, well, let's try this and this. It will knit up quickly, but we're not there yet. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the hat.
Okay.
So we'll get the hat knit up, and then the pullover.
Be under the pullover, not the cardigan.
I think I actually do. I mean, if you're both doing the cardigan, I mean, this would have made a great cardigan, and I thought that's what I bought the yarn for, but I started this. And I'm thinking Erin Moore. more. I've overlooked that yarn.
You have overlooked that. It's very nice yarn.
It's my kind
Got
of yarn.
everything that you need in it.
It
It's
does.
super soft.
Yep.
But it's got that.
It does have a very nice
Structure.
navy blue, which you like.
Oh, well, I'll have another look
The
because
Miara.
I think I just it's kind of bypassing
Yeah, the
it.
Miara, yeah.
So because we didn't have much and now we've got more in, so I'll have a look at that for the pullover because I don't want a heavy DK. Like I just want it because I really.
That's the nice
loved-
thing about the Yarn More Light is it's. But we are talking about the cardigan, which is sport.
Sport.
The sweater is DK.
Okay, so like
you would
Erin
be
Moore
on.
could definitely.
Yeah, Erin More Light
yeah.
definitely.
The thing
works.
I like about the sweater is it looks like a sweatshirt. It's
Yeah,
casual.
that's
It's just
And that would be beautiful with
it's
the Erin Moore.
casual slip on, and when
I just
the-
need a cardigan. Is the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm also thinking about maybe doing the pullover with a steek.
Ooh.
Yeah. adding
See,
a
what
steek
I
into
like
it.
about the cardigan though is the deep V.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
like the deep V as well.
I think
Yeah.
that is very flattering. I don't know what yarn I'm going to use yet,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely doing the cardigan.
Yeah.
okay,
Although
so
I could very well change my mind.
yeah, no, I think.
And I'm
it's a
gonna try to
pullover.
stash dive for my Spincycle because I have at least 2 colors, if not 3, where I have like at least 4 skeins
Yeah, yeah.
stashed. So I'm
Oh,
gonna try
okay,
it,
good. Yeah, that'll be great.
and then we'll see what I pair it with.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
All right. So other things we're doing in 2024.
So, what else am I doing in 2024? I'm gonna hopefully finish my PhD.
Yay!
So I'm taking some time off work, and I have a dedicated month to finish the last bits of it. So I'm very excited about that, and it will be done and dusted and behind me, which is really great, and I can like move on with my life and
We
do
are all
other
going
creative
to
things.
cheerlead Kayleigh along the
Get
way.
it, get
Yeah.
over the line.
Yeah,
Over the
definitely.
line.
And they already have, so
Yeah.
I'm a very lucky girl.
Yeah.
In terms of knitting, though, what I'm gonna do. So actually, I brought my shift cowl. I don't know why I'm whispering it. So I think I'm gonna do another shift cowl, and I'm just gonna move your glasses,
Yeah.
Susan,
Yeah.
because I'm going to show you all of the freaking
Oh my goodness.
Spincycle
Ah.
crap I have.
I don't know if that just got caught on camera,
Yep.
but there's
There's a lot of
Got my
So
one.
a lot of
scrappy
ends
one,
here.
Okie dokie.
hi dogs.
And-
I got the dogs.
Okay,
here.
okay.
So these
What's
are all.
this?
So basically, like I don't even know if I can fit. That's
Ghost
Dream
Ranch.
State. So
That's Ghost Ranch?
yeah, that's Ghost Ranch. That is a special skein
No,
of it.
that is a special skein.
Yeah,
Is that in the mix?
yeah. So basically, that's the one I definitely want to use.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
well,
then I've got all of
I would
these
pick that,
scraps
wouldn't I?
from other
You
projects
absolutely would, yeah.
of dyed in the wool that I want to figure out how to use in it. So this is actually I love this. Yeah, I love that. But I think that's also like that's too competing.
No,
That competes too much.
that's beautiful.
I love this.
That's
This
a
is-
whole.
that's
With
the
that
thing.
is a
Yeah.
whole. That's
different.
another
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah. So I need to figure out how to use up my ends to make another shift cowl in a way. This is also nice too,
That is
actually.
thick.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
we're winning.
Yeah.
Also,
Or
is
maybe
that-
what about this?
Shades of Earth.
Shades of Earth. Yeah.
You see,
No, that is that actually isn't Shades of Earth. That is Bright Idea.
Kayleigh.
No, shut
Yeah,
up.
I know. Well, come on. This has been like these are my ends. Like
Vincent, we need you. You are.
it's actually not as bad as it seems.
It never is.
Yeah. But look, it just came apart there. Yeah, look at that.
I,
It's all fine.
I think
What
that.
about that?
Um,
Because
no,
or
no,
no,
it's
not
take that away.
no, get rid of
No.
that.
Okay.
Oh, she doesn't want to use the light years.
I
Use the
know.
light years?
Because the light
It's a
years
lot
has a
of
lot of
light
light
years.
years left.
Yes, but the thing is,
What
you
about
can.
that? What about that?
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit.
Like use that a lot of
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Is this
Yeah.
also Shades of Earth?
That looks
That
like
is
Ghost
Shades of
Ranch.
Earth. No, that's Shades of
That's
Earth.
Shades of Earth.
And with that, and that is also no. That's Bright.
That's Bright Idea.
Okay, so
And
you don't
bits
want to
of
use
Bright
that.
Idea. Yeah,
on
I
this
kind
one.
of don't want to use this because.
Well, hang on. You've got three here. You've got that and that. Look,
Yeah,
look.
like,
that
yeah.
and that and
Oh, sorry.
that.
Yeah, that's nice.
There's one and there's another one.
Yeah.
Done. And the thing
But
is,
also look at this red. Look at this.
I know the red.
Ooh,
Well, the red.
That would be nice.
I mean,
yeah.
you
But that's
could-
Dream State.
I don't know if any of this is being covered.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
no.
So there's that.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that. Look at that.
That's nice.
That's nice. Put
Okay.
it close. Put it close to the camera.
There we are. We've decided we just have to untangle
Maybe
it.
that, yeah.
And the thing is with the shift is you can mix it up how
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and you don't have to, you know.
That's
you
why
know
I'm
you
kind of
stitch.
like-
and you
I'd
don't
like
have
to do
follow
another
exactly.
one this year as well because
Yeah.
every time I wear mine on like an Instagram story,
Yeah.
people are like, which colors? And
Right,
I
right.
don't remember.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't matter. I think I've decided in the
Yeah.
shift, like, just play with it. Just mix them.
It
Match 'em.
totally is, and I mean I use 3 skeins of the same colour.
So I could like
so
4.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
all works out.
Yeah, well, the next time we get a batch of
Usually,
our
I know you're
color
gonna copy
in
me.
next
You're gonna
level,
Copy me. She's gonna
I'm
copy
gonna
me.
copy you.
She's coming. Look, look,
That's
there,
lovely.
there you are. There
Susan's
you are.
an influencer.
Look at that. That's.
And there you are. There you are. Done.
Look at that. And then, yep, that's lovely. Yeah.
You got 2 more.
Yeah.
On the go.
So that's
Defo.
how I'm gonna use
That's
up
your
my
summary one. That's your
yeah. That's
winter
how I'm gonna
moody
use
one.
up my ends. Because that's the thing. Sometimes, like, especially I feel like not just my size, but a lot of sizes, like you have that in between, and you just like have to go into the next skein. And like Spincycle's like an investment, you know. So you like want to use it up in a way that you'll love it. And I feel like shift is.
It's a
like,
great way to use.
I've lived in this freaking thing.
Yeah, I live in mine as well.
And also too, like,
and my inclinations,
I'm pretty
which
sure,
I will
like,
not knit again, but I do love
bits of that are basically this. So,
Didn't like
oh,
it.
actually, you know what? That is dyed in the wool.
Okay.
So I could use that. That is dyed
Yeah,
in the wool.
I think
That
so.
is my salty dog in here.
Yeah,
That's
salty
the
dog.
rest
yeah,
of my
yeah,
salty
yeah.
dog there.
Pop it in.
We know Kayleigh loves salty
So,
dog.
Yeah,
I also think when we're talking, I've been thinking about this in all this bag of, you know, Carmen said to me, the first skein of Spincycle, she said, that was the one I went for, but you told me it was the wrong one. So hang on now, I'm
Yeah, no,
tangling into
sorry.
your tangle. And she said, I just warn you it's addictive. I was like, no, but nobody else. Anyway,
Yeah.
it is, and it was. And
I wasn't lying.
no, she wasn't lying. And then, so I had this bag like Kayleigh, like this,
Yeah.
Like we all do.
like we all do.
Anyone who's used
And-
Spincycle has this.
I
Yeah.
was thinking, what about her new traveler shawl? Just
Oh yeah, that's a good shout.
starting and just picking them up and going and going and going. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's all based on a kind of like homespun,
Like the
spun
vinyl, I
knit
get that.
thing yourself, and you
No, I
just
think that's from Susan's sweater that
That's
she
my
just
sweater.
finished.
Okay.
That is not from yours.
and you
Good.
just add your little like that's you can't
Yeah.
let go of that one,
Yeah.
so put that in
It's
and then
also
put that in.
special. You don't
and
want to
get
let it go.
as far as you get
Well, and like
with it all.
that is really pretty
It's
yarn.
beautiful.
Yes,
it's only a few
beautiful.
yards, but it is
and
gorgeous.
it's not fair that it sits in a little
No.
bag
Right,
somewhere.
exactly.
So you could just start on a traveler.
Oh wait, is that? I feel like it's.
that's going to take you into the next whatever millennium.
I feel like my ball and your ball are connected.
Ah, how adorable.
Vincent,
So
with
cute.
Vincent's-
It's gonna be like, the 2 dogs kissing and Lady in the
Aw,
Tramp.
Lady in the Tramp.
They're lovely skeins though.
Yeah.
I think you've got 2 shifts here.
No,
At
definitely.
least, at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
and-
I think I've got like 5. So, but yeah.
Yeah. But you've also got you're going to do the big one as well, the Dream State.
Yes, but
Yeah,
that's with Dream
decided.
State. And I do have some bits of Dream State here. So I have
Curated.
that Dream State and the no, actually, that wasn't in the mix. That's Leaf.
Oh,
So
Leaf.
that was
I
from
love
my
Always good, Leaf.
Yeah.
Bit of Leaf.
Goes well with everything.
So that was from
Yeah.
my original one, and then I do have some more Dream City somewhere. Anyway, I like tipped it out, so it's all over the place. But
And you'll find it again when you
Yeah.
unpack your stash that you've
yeah, exactly. And
So
I
it's a
will
big
be
move,
like,
packing your stash and unpacking it.
and I actually put all of my stash. Well, so I put all of my
yeah.
stash in Ravelry, but
Halo's been polished.
but I didn't put any yarn that has
girl.
already been wound,
She's a good influence.
unless it had a partner skein.
Okay.
So like there's some
There's a whole thing about this, isn't there?
There is.
I didn't know.
yeah. Well, because like now I can go and just like when I'm doing a project be like, oh, I'm using
That wasn't
this
attached
yarn.
to you.
Oh, okay, good.
We didn't get to
Yeah.
Lady in the Trumpet.
Oh.
I know.
Sad.
Sad day.
But what I didn't also realise, you can look on other people's Ravelry and say, oh, they've got that many skeins, oh, I'm fine.
You should go and look at my mum's then, because
I've only got like 100 and they've got
was
like
so-
thousands. I was like, whoa!
it was so funny
I
because
don't know. I just discovered that the other day and I was like, oh, you can really be snoopy and awful about it, but I'm not. Of course I'm not. But I was like, you know, when you get the sort of like, how much yarn do you need? And you go, well, how much wine do you need?
yeah,
The
exactly.
answer to both is as much as you want.
Yeah.
And I know, but it was a revelation to me that people would actually put up how many skeins.
Well, the thing
I
is,
don't know.
Nobody
It's
actually
accumulated.
goes and looks too.
No,
Well,
I
it's
know.
just
It's
me.
just me.
Oh, it's
It's
just
just
you.
me.
no,
I
I'm actually, I
had
do
a
know people
moment.
who have like they do
Look.
look. And,
Yeah, of course you do.
and the thing
It's
is
there.
that there's a whole thing
Nosy.
about
People are
you
nosy.
know women's hobbies being seen as frivolity.
Yeah, for
like,
us, yeah.
Beauty products,
No.
knitting. We can do a whole episode on beauty products.
We
We're
did.
going to do a whole episode on Jones Road,
Why not?
actually. And, you know, we'd love to squash that completely.
Yeah,
because
yeah. No, I think that's true.
the money we spend on yarn
Cool.
or beauty products or our nails or like whatever it is we like to get done and do.
Yep. By the way, right before we went on this call, or not call, YouTube, that's how my brain is like, I'm on the
Video
internet,
call.
I am on a video call at work.
On a meeting.
I'm in a meeting. I was on a phone call with Sam and he was like, oh, by the way, like, I have decided on my rain jacket that I'm gonna buy finally after doing 3 months of research, and I've decided I'm gonna spend like £300 on this rain jacket, and I've done all the research into it, and it is the best rain jacket you can possibly get, and like all of these things. And it was so funny because we were about to go on a walk, and I was like, oh, Sam, hold on a second, I think like Susan and Carmen are like gonna try to get me to go on a walk right now, so like, and he was about to go into all the details of his rain jacket. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go on a walk. But
Bye.
I have to say, like, Sam is lovely in lots of ways, but I think he like still doesn't get the whole yarn thing. And like,
Lots of people don't.
but
No,
he gets
I
the outerwear thing of like, I'm gonna spend loads of money on outerwear to get a really good product to create the thing that I want to do.
Yeah.
And like, I don't need to then, you know, like
Yeah.
buy another rain jacket for 5 years.
Well, I mean,
right?
but this is
I think
it's very much a thing.
Yeah.
And like men's hobbies get seen as
like, I can
useful
spend £1,000
or
on a golf club.
golf club. I mean, that's a classic one.
Yeah.
Also, just like a round of golf is like
It's expensive.
easily $150.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is here in the UK.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, more 300,
150 quid.
150 pounds.
Easily.
Yeah, and like even if you're like a club member,
Yeah.
it's that much money, right?
Yeah,
And
because you also
you
have
need
the club
shoes
subscription.
regularly, and you need stuff. Like my dad was an avid golfer.
Yep.
Like
Sam buys
And-
so many freaking shoes. And I don't want to, like, Sam isn't a hypocrite in that way. Like, he gets it.
yeah, no, we're not bashing.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
anyone's
think that's
preference
probably
here.
because it takes up space.
Yeah,
The
but
golf
other
clubs
golf
freaking
clubs
take
take up
up
space.
space.
My
Yeah.
dad had a golf ball collection that took up like 3
Yeah.
dressers in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
garage.
Yeah, but if you have a small house, like
but
townhouse,
there
or
is
whatever,
something about,
where we haven't
Okay,
got
yeah.
any
Well,
storage.
so North America, fine.
No, but North America's fine.
Yeah.
But in towns in the UK where those houses don't have a lot of storage, and you need to store it, then it starts to take up space. And I think that's what's spilling out a bit in our house. Is
Yeah,
like
space for
it's
it.
taking up space. But then, having said that, wine takes up space.
Yeah.
So
Well,
You need a whole
exactly.
cellar
Fine.
for it.
Yeah.
we're fine.
Yes.
We have two
So-
cellars.
There you go.
Then
So you
we're
could
good.
have 2 yarn rooms.
We
Yeah.
could have 2 yarn rooms. Yeah.
Our
Not
point
that many
is
rooms. Anyway, just
that-
as important, just different.
It-
Yes.
You know, don't
Yeah.
we
Don't feel shame
don't
about
feel shame
Yeah.
about whatever you want to spend on your
Honestly,
yarn or your hobby, whatever that is.
Whatever, like, this is the thing. Like, at the end of the day, none of us feel shame about something that makes us happy.
Yeah.
No.
Unless, like, I don't know, the thing that makes us happy is, like, torturing babies. And maybe we should feel some shame.
Where are we going now?
Well, this is the ethicist in me, which is like, what did that premise just, like, commit me to? And I'm like, oh, wait, actually, if it's torturing babies, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, yeah. But honestly,
I think on that note.
Yeah. If your craft makes you happy.
I think our short New Year's episode has once again
spilled into
like February.
We're done.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I hope you please do join the knit along, join the newsletter so you find out all about it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram.
Yep. And come visit us in the shop.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
thanks
We'll
for
see
watching.
you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.